Jagannmata, Sri Jnanakshi Rajarajeshwari, and by the grace, by the most cherished compassion of Paramatma in all forms, whatever we have heard, whatever we have read about, whatever we have seen in the form of deities, whatever we have seen in the form of photos, everywhere Paramatma is there. And all the grace of all our elders who have blessed us in many manners. Today once again we have sat here to continue our reading of the Sundara Kanda. The last mantra which we just now chanted, Kayena Vacha Manasaindriyerva. Today I would like to elaborate on that a little before we proceed. The word Kaya in Sanskrit means body, the gross body. The word is Kaya. Kaya, long elongated vowel, it's a Kaya. So this Kaya is the gross body or Shariram. Kayaha, Kayaha, not Kaya, Kayaha means the body. It's a masculine noun. So when you say Kayena, it means through the body or by the body. Kayena. Vacha, it is Vani or Vak. Vacha means by speech. Vacha. Manasaindriyerva, it's split as Manasa. Manasa is one word, Indriyair, Va. Three words are there, Manasa, Indriyaihi, Va. So Manasa means by the mind. Kayena is by the body. Vacha is by vak or speech. Manasa is by mind. Indriyas or the senses. Two types of senses are there. One is the organs of action and the senses which grasp the different objects. Like, sound it grasps. Form, grasping form, there are five senses. So five senses of knowledge and then five organs of action. So Kayena Vacha Manasa Indriyerva Buddhi Atmanava. Buddhi means by the intellect. Atmana means by the sense of ignorance in me, because I do not know whether it is categorized under Buddhi, I do not know whether it is categorized under mind, I do not know that ignorance somewhere is hiding, So Atma means here the composite of all these things. Buddhyatmana Va. The word Va in Sanskrit means or. When you say Va, it means or. By this or this or this or this. Buddhyatmana Va. Prakrite Svabhavat. Still more consolidated. Whatever I am, it includes everything, isn't it? Body, mind, heart, and then intellect and senses. Everything is myself. So that is my prakriti, my nature. Buddhyatmana va prakrite svabhavat. Because of the natural inclination of all the faculties which I have. That's called prakriti svabhavaha. Prakritihi svabhava. Prakrite svabhavat. Karomi. The word karomi means I do. Or I claim to do. Either I do or I claim to do. Prakriti svabhava. Karomi yadyat. Yadyat means anything which I do. Yad. Yad means whatever. Again yad means whatever. I do. Karomi yadyat. Sakalam parasmai. The word sakalam means everything. Sakalam means everything. Parasmai narayanayeti samarpayami. Parasmai is to that transcendental, to that Paramatma, which is not within my reach. Paramatma is not within my reach, so it is called Paramatma. The word Paraha is always beyond our capacity. That's why the word Para is Paramatma, Paratma. Wherever Para comes, Parameshwari, Parameshwara. So this Parabrahma, the word Para means beyond the reach of my mind and intellect. Parasmai means to Narayana. I offer this Samarpayami. So whatever I have done till now, whatever Kayena Vacha Manasaindriyerva Buddhyatmanava Prakrite Svabhavat, Karomi is present tense. Whatever I do, I am offering it to Paramatma with complete surrender. That is the meaning of this one. So the same thing you take in every activity of yours consciously. When you take it consciously, you find that there is slowly a difference starts coming in your life. Gradually, a difference starts coming. As long as you think that I have done it, you are bound to experience both the right, good and bad results of your actions. Whenever you whenever you do anything, if you think that you are doing, let us take a very simple example of chanting this Hanuman Chalisa. If you really question yourself, why are you chanting this one? Swami said, this is why you are chanting. We do not know why we are chanting. There is a corollary to that. Swami said, why did you accept it? Through that, Swami said it, there is no doubt about it. But why did you accept it? Means, I also know the value of that. I am aware of the value of that chanting, therefore, whatever Swami says, I also concur with that one, and both together join and then we chanted. After chanting this one, whenever the occasion arises, if I feel I have chanted Hanuman Chalisa, therefore I have to get the fruit. This is where the sense of doership. The sense of doership means I am the person who has chanted the Hanuman Chalisa, therefore that is the cause. The fruit should be, my difficulties should be removed. The cause is what? My chanting. Therefore my difficulty should be removed. Now I bring it like a transaction. Cause and effect transaction. And then I start expecting things. This is where we should learn. We should learn the divine aspect of all our doings, that we should always leave the fruit to Paramatma, because whether you leave it or not, it is with him only. But you mentally understand. Don't be under the impression that cause and effect is absolutely 1:1. Don't be under the impression like that whatever you do, the effect of as you sow, so you reap is a guideline. As you sow, so you reap is a guideline. It's a guideline so that we always do the right thing. But so you reap means I cannot demand what I should get. I cannot demand the fruits. That is where Paramatma has got his veto power. Ultimate signature will be Paramatma's. I have done the English paper nicely. I have done the mathematics paper nicely. I have done this nicely. All this from my side. Then there is an intermediary who is going to correct it. There is an intermediary who is going to correct it. And then ultimately, before the results are announced, we do not know what all situations are going to come. So the factors, multiple factors, so many factors are there. And all these factors are under the control of Paramatma. Therefore, expectation would be wrong on your part. So instead of expecting, what you do, whatever I do, I offer it to you. Whatever I do, I do not expect the fruits or anything. I do it rightly. Karmani vajika raste ma phaleshu kadachana. That's what it means. Karmani, in action, eva, only, adhikaraha, your right, te, your, ma, never, phaleshu, in the fruit, kadachana, never. That's the meaning of karmani vadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Then comes the second part. Ma karma phala hetur bhu. Never ever be a person who is always expecting fruits. Karma phala hetur bhu. Ma te sangostu akarmani. Never ever be lazy. Akarmani means, akarma is absence of karma. Don't be attached to absence of karma also. Karma is your adhikara. Do the right thing. When you say karma, there it's actually dharma. Karma also is of two types, Satkarma and Dushkarma. Satkarma is dharma, Dushkarma is adharma. So you have a right to do the Satkarma without expecting the fruits. Not that if you expect the fruit, something very, very bad is going to happen. If you expect the fruit, they will not come. The moment you expect the fruit, when they don't come only up, you get a very, very big blow. If they come, it's okay. If they don't come, what happens? You would have already spoiled your mind. So learning to do the right thing, the good thing in the best possible manner. Remember this. Learning to do the right thing. When I say right means dharma. Knowing well by reading the scriptures, listening to good people. Learning that one and doing it in the best possible manner by a good plan. By a good yojana. Applying all the faculties which you have got. Do it nicely. Then present it. And then say, Kayena vacha manasendriyairva buddhyatmana va prakrite svabhavat karomi yatyat sakalam parasmai narayanaayeti samarpayami. Every moment you do this and see, your life will change. Meaning of life will change. All the things in your life will start changing. This is the most beautiful part of the Rishi's knowledge which they are given. Offering our actions to God. Always offer it. We'll continue now with the Sundara Kandam. Now we know that Hanuman has not accepted the hospitality of Mainaka Parvata because he is committed, absolutely committed to his order, and he's given a vow, he has made a vow that he's going to come back with Sita's whereabouts. We are on page number 42, Shloka 129. Asminnevang gate karye Sagarasya mamaiva cha. I think we have crossed that, no? We have crossed that. Here we come. Here we are on page number 44, Shloka 135. Shloka 135. Correct, you are right. Athordhvam dhuramutplitya Hitva shaila maharnavau Pitu panthanamastaya Jagama vimalembare. Now that he has received the blessings of the ocean as well as Mainaka Parvata, during all our activities in our life, we should cherish the blessings of the elders. Remember this nicely. Always be blessed by the elders whenever you do any activity. One word from the elders, go ahead, do well. It's very, very valuable. That is again the value of Bharati Samskriti. Remember this one. Bharati Samskriti teaches us, Abhivadana Shilasya Nityam Vruddhopasevana Chattwaritasya Vardante Ayur Vidya Yasho Balam. Keep this in mind for your Subhashitas. The ones who are written side Subhashita. Abhivadana Shilasya. Just note down, I'll tell you later. Abhivadana Shilasya. Just write that word and keep it. Abhivadana Shilasya Nityam Vruddhopasevanat Chattwaritasya Vardhante Ayur Vidya Yasho Balam. So what is this? Abhivadana means doing pranams. The word Abhivadanam means Vandanam. Abhivadanam. That's why the people who practice the Sandhya Vandana come and say Abhivadaye, Abhivadaye. You tell the Rishi names and the Gotra and everything you say. So Abhivadanam means doing pranam. Abhivadana Shilasya, the one who is used or has practiced this particular good habit of doing pranams to the elders. Abhivadana Shilasya Nityam Vruddha Upasevanat. By serving the elders or the old aged people every day. Abhivadana Shilasya Nityam Vruddhopasevanat Chattwaritasya Vardhante. 4 benefits you get. Ayuhu Vidya Yasho Balam. You will live long because they will say, live long my son, live long dear. Something they will say, isn't it? So they will bless you. Ayuhu Vidya, you will get knowledge. Yasha, you will get Kirti. And Balam, you will also get strength. So these are the 4 beautiful things we get when we serve the elders and when we are dedicated, when we respect the elders, when we take their blessings. So he has taken the blessings of Mainaka Parvata and he has taken the blessing of the ocean, and now he is proceeding further on the same path, means in the same manner as his father is. Father, who is father? Vayu. Vayu is the father of Hanuman. So Athordhvam, after that, leaving the mountain and the great ocean and flying up far into the clear sky, Hanuman followed the path of his father. That is that same speed, that same power he went on. Bhuyaschordhvam gatim prapya Girim tamavalokayan Sunur Niralambe Jagama Vimalembare Bhuyascha Urdhvam Gatim Prapya. Once again, you have taken off, you are already in the sky. From there you take off one more. Again you go higher. So Hanuman is already in the sky. Now he is taking off one more level higher. Bhuyascha urdhvam gatim prapya girim tamavalola. He saw the Mainaka Parvata once again. Vayu Sunuhu is Vayu Putra. The word Sunu means son. Vayu Sunuhu Niralambe Jagama Vimale Ambare. He just went away, continued to proceed without any support whatsoever. Tadvitiyam Hanumato Drishtva Karma Sudushkaram Prashashansu Sura Sarve Siddhascha Paramarshayah. Now, second activity of Hanuman, special activity people are watching. The first one was the very fact that he decided to fly. Second one is he is not at all bothered to take rest. He is not bothered to take rest at all. Whatever may be, I am going to complete my activity and come back. Seeing Hanuman perform that very difficult second task, first one being the flight over the ocean, second one is discarding the hospitality, not worrying about rest. All devas, siddhas and great sages praised him. Devatascha bhavan hrishta tatrasthastasya karmana kanchanasya sunabhasya Sahasrakshascha Vasavaha. Seeing this activity, all the devatas, Agni, Varuna, Vayu, and then Indra, he is called a Sahasraksha. Indra is also called another name by name, Sahasraksha. He is supposed to have 1,000 eyes. There is another background to that one. So he was also very happy. So all the devatas and all Indra, the devatas, they are very, very happy to see Hanuman taking such a firm resolve and going ahead. We'll pause here today.